You ever wake up in the morning, grab your phone, and scroll through endless videos, reels, and pictures before you even get out of bed? You don't even realize it, but your brain is already bathing in dopamine. You're giving yourself hundreds of tiny hits of pleasure before the day even starts. And then you wonder why you feel lazy, unmotivated, or empty inside. That's not just you. That's millions of men today, trapped in a cycle of instant gratification with no real sense of purpose. See, dopamine isn't the problem. It's the molecule that drives us to achieve, to chase, to create, to build. But when you flood your brain with it constantly through social media, junk food, porn, video games, and endless entertainment, your dopamine receptors become numb. What used to excite you no longer does. You feel flat, bored, uninspired. You stop chasing real goals because your brain has found a cheaper way to feel rewarded. That's where the concept of dopamine detox comes in. A dopamine detox doesn't mean you remove all pleasure from your life. It means you remove artificial pleasure, the kind that costs you focus, discipline, and masculinity. It means cutting out the things that give you instant highs but destroy your long-term drive. You start to rewire your brain back to its natural state, one where real effort brings real satisfaction. And here's the crazy part. This ties directly into semen retention. Think about it. Every time you release your energy through lust or addiction, you're giving away one of the most potent forms of life force that exists within you. Your seed isn't just fluid, it's your vitality, your drive, your confidence, your masculine essence. When you retain it, you're not suppressing it. You're transmuting it. You're taking that same energy that used to go toward temporary pleasure and redirecting it toward growth, creation, and achievement. That's where the correlation becomes powerful. Both dopamine detox and semen retention are about mastering your impulses. One trains your brain, the other strengthens your spirit. Together, they forge a man of focus, power, and direction. When you stop chasing empty pleasures, your mind gets sharper, your goals get clearer. You start noticing that your energy levels rise, your motivation increases, and your presence becomes magnetic. People can literally feel your energy when you walk into a room. You begin to operate differently. The small distractions that used to consume your time now seem meaningless. You stop scrolling for hours because you realize those pixels don't feed your soul. You start waking up early, working out, meditating, creating something that matters. The same brain that once craved quick pleasure now craves progress. That's the power of resetting your dopamine system. And when you combine that with semen retention, something deeper happens. Your thoughts become disciplined. Your eyes gain intensity. Your words carry weight. You start to feel like the man you were meant to be. Not a consumer, but a creator. You channel that energy into your goals, your purpose, your mission. You start seeing women differently, not as objects of pleasure, but as reflections of divine energy. Your attraction isn't based on lust anymore. It's based on respect and alignment. See, the modern world is designed to keep men weak, to keep you distracted, dopamine drained, and addicted to cheap pleasures. They don't want you focused, because a focused man is powerful. A man who can control his impulses can control his destiny. And the only way to reclaim that power is to take back control of your dopamine and your seed. It's about saying no to what's easy so you can say yes to what's meaningful. When you go through a dopamine detox, you'll notice how simple things start feeling amazing again. A walk outside, the sound of silence, the satisfaction of finishing a workout. Your brain starts rewarding you for reality, not fantasy, and when you practice semen retention alongside it, you amplify that reward system. The energy you used to lose now fuels your focus. You start building momentum. Day by day, you feel stronger, clearer, more alive. It won't be easy. Your brain will fight back. It will crave the phone, the screen, the release, the comfort. But every time you resist, you build inner strength. You're rewiring your brain to delay gratification, to handle boredom, to face discomfort like a warrior. That's when true masculinity is forged, not in comfort, but in control. After a few weeks, you'll notice your creativity explode. You'll have more time, more energy, and more clarity to work on your purpose. You'll stop seeking motivation because you'll become motivation. Your energy will naturally push you to act. You'll look back and wonder how you ever lived in that fog of addiction and distraction. And here's the secret. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. You'll slip up sometimes, and that's okay. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be aware, to catch yourself when you're falling back into the loop of cheap dopamine, and to return to the path of discipline and self mastery. When you detox your brain and retain your seed, you're teaching your body and mind to value patience, to value effort, to value self control. And that's where greatness begins. Every legend in history, every warrior, monk, philosopher, and visionary understood this truth. Control your desires and you control your destiny. So start small. Put down the phone. Spend a day without scrolling. Go for a walk without music. Meditate. Create something. Feel the urge to release. Breathe. Transmute that energy. Let it rise through your body and fuel your purpose. The more you practice, the more your mind adapts. You'll start living with intention, not impulse. One day, you'll wake up and realize that the energy inside you, the same energy you used to waste, is now building the life you dreamed of. Your focus will be razor sharp, your confidence unshakable, and your presence unstoppable. You'll no longer chase dopamine. Dopamine will chase you every time you work on your goals, every time you improve yourself, every time you move closer to your purpose. That's what it means to live like a modern warrior. To master your mind, your body, and your desires. So take this as your reminder. Don't let cheap pleasure steal your potential. Take back your energy, your focus, and your power. Because when you do, there's nothing, and I mean nothing, that can stop you.